What's going on YouTube? It's CutsbyCoast back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing some unboxings. It's going to be a clipper trimmer set, and this is going to be by WMARK. If you guys know anything about them, they run a page on Instagram called WMARK Global. I wasn't very familiar with them, and I seen they were at Las Vegas Cosmoprof last year. So here is the WMARK NG-X1. This clipper's been out for a little while. I think this was probably the first one that came out as far as like more affordable brands vector motor clipper. So with that being said, let's go ahead and open this box up. Right here, it has a max of 10,000 RPMs, DLC blade, 5 clicks. It has a charging base, 3 to 4 hours of charging time for 2.5 hours of runtime, and it has USB-C charging. So that would be, again, if you guys watched my last video on the vector clippers, the only problem I have with them is that they don't have a very long runtime, but typically they cut phenomenal. You get your manual right here. You got your lids and your charger. So over here we have the gold lid, we have the black lid, and then we have the clipper. So let's get these out and you guys let me know which colorway you would pick. Here is the gold. Has that window right there so you can see the W on the inside when it's running. Here's the gloss black lid. And then right here is the WMARK red. This is how I'm gonna run this machine. Nice clean look there. Has the front grip on that panel. You see that W in there. Then it's gonna pop this off. Here's our blade. Very, very similar, you know, that Fusion, that half fade, half taper blade. So if you guys like those blades, which I do, I'm cool with these coming on every clipper. I know a lot of people like a taper blade. I'm just glad this isn't a thin fade blade. That's my main thing, is that the fade blade is phased out. It's gonna be Fusion or taper from here on out. But yeah, here it is. Here's the blade. Got the WMARK branding on it. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on and see how it sounds really quick. So it says max at 10,000. We'll see if we can put it to the test. So here we go. Down here on the back, just gonna have some basic information, probably more for the factory stuff, but it's gonna say as well 3 to 4 hours charging time. And these do come with a base, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But again, let's see what else is in this box. We're gonna grab everything else. And what's funny is all these companies, they do things that a lot of the companies here don't do. Like this charging base right here isn't anything crazy. It's just a nice base. Probably gonna light up all the way around the sides. It's got a nice weight to it. But when you get their stuff, it's gonna come with extras in here. Like, sometimes all you get is the other lids, but with these companies, we have a braided USB-C charger. You're gonna have extra cam follow screws and tension spring, screwdriver and brush. You get some hair grips if you guys are into that thing. I don't use these often, but they definitely help keep hair out the way. I'd use those on anything that's not braids or dreads because that will just undo the style. Right here we got a couple combs. It's almost like they're it's a pretty firm comb. I might use this one, you know, a lot. So it's got a tooth missing, like the YS Park, you know, it's like halfway. I like these combs right there. You're gonna get a flat top comb, also pretty firm. The teeth might be a little flexible, but the base is firm. And then down here we have our guards. We're gonna get the 0 guard or the half guard all the way up to the number 4. Single magnet, it's got the big magnet in there. Now let's get into the trimmer that matches. So right here we have the WMARK XT1. It matches just like the other one. And this is the first vector trimmer I've tried that's not Stylecraft. I have the VGR one on the way, so if you guys are into VGR like I am, I have that one on the way. But here's the WMARK XT1. And again, max 10,000 RPMs. Over here, it's got all the same specs other than the fact this is a trimmer. So let's just go ahead and open this thing up. again, here's our gold. So if you're running that set, this is how they look. Shiny gold. So here's the set for the gloss black. If you're running those two, how I'm running it, we're gonna run it with the WMARK red. So it's like a matte gloss. It's almost like a nice car paint. I definitely think this is the best looking paint for this set. Here on the back we have the WMARK branding, and then the front side of it, it looks like it has a deep tooth cutter, so it should be good for bulk and lining. It's also gonna have the grip right here and then the LED indicator. Let's do a sound test really quick. Not too bad. They're definitely, again, vectors are a little bit louder, but that's like knowing that something's loud and going into it and expecting it to be different. They definitely feed through hair effortlessly. Let's see if we can get the clipper to do the up to 10,000 real quick. So whenever it's going through resistance, if your clipper overcome or whatever, it's supposed to speed up, and that's the whole point of it. So they're definitely gonna be a little bit louder with higher torque. Let's see if the trimmer does the same thing. So again, both of these are gonna speed up to go through bulk. Down here in the trimmer box, we have our manual. We have some extra screws right here. We have that braided USB-A to USB-C. We're gonna get a clipper cleaning brush. Little red screwdriver for the small screws. And then you're gonna get another charging dock. Again, this is a nice heavy dock, and I assume when it's charging, this whole thing will light up. So I think that's pretty cool. And then down here, you get your trimmer guards. You're gonna get 3 trimmer guards, and this number 1 is really a half. See, it says number 1, 1.5 millimeters is really a half. You get number 2, which is 3 millimeters, was actually a 1. And I like how the teeth are cut out so it can feed easy. And then right here we have trimmer guard number 3, which is actually a 2 guard. So if you guys are trimming mustaches, you just have to remember 3 millimeters of 1, 6 millimeters of 2, and that's what I will probably keep out. Now, every now and then you'll have somebody that wants it super low. I personally try talking my clients out of it, but everybody's got something different. Now to finish off this set, we're gonna do this shaver as well, the NG-984A. There's also 2 colorways here. There's a black and red. Here is our shaver. And then down under there, we're gonna get the charger, which is another USB-A to USB-C. There's a little cleaning brush and a carrying pouch. So we got the NG-984A. You see right here, this is the design on it. Different designs. I'm not sure if I love it or hate it. I think it's kind of interesting. It's got this slick panel. I don't believe it reads anything, but we'll see in 1 second. And then here it's got some eyes. So it's a cool different design that it's still a foil shaver, but it's a different flair to it. So pop this thing off. Under here you're gonna get normal cutters. I'm not sure if they're universal, but I would imagine they'd probably sell this separately. This shaver comes in with 8,500 RPMs, and it's also gonna have 2-hour charging time for a 90-minute runtime. So it's a lot closer than the clippers. Let's do our sound test right here. So there's the shaver, and in comparison, I was in the shop before I came back here, and this sounds very similar, if not equal, to the FX1 by Babyliss, the stick shaver. So it has a little bit less RPMs, but it has the same tune. So we'll put this thing to work as well. I'll let you guys know what I'm thinking about these WMARK tools. Again, shout out to WMARK. I wanted to provide some more. I didn't want everybody to think that, oh, he's just this company, that company, whatever. I try to get them all. So again, the mainstream reviewers ain't gonna do this, so y'all watching this, I really appreciate y'all checking me out. All right guys, if you guys tuned in today we did the WMARK NG-X1 and NG-XT1 trimmer, and both of these tools are vector motor, and they're very powerful tools. If you guys are interested in these, I can put the link down below for you guys. Alright guys, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. If you guys like this video, consider leaving me some likes, comments, and hitting that subscribe button. If you really want to be locked in, hit that notification bell, and it'll let you know every time that I drop a video. Again, thank you guys as always. It's Cuts by Coast, so I'm out of here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even trying to take this whole piece off. I'm just trying to do these and see how that goes. Push this blade, the cam follow over, so I can get a better view of this one, just like I had on this side. You guys can see that. That's about as close as I'm gonna go. Alright, so that's about as close as I'm gonna go with the clipper too. I don't want it to snag skin. Then these are skinnier cutting teeth, which is where we're gonna leave it at.
JT, where's your boy at?
Once again, this wasn't my fault. Anytime, really. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, of course.